Okay, so when people see that where something begins, whether in this life or another, the awareness alone often shifts the energy. Past life regression isn't about escaping this life. It's about embracing it more fully. The more we understand where our patterns come from, the more we can live with compassion, freedom, and awareness. In a moment, I'm going to open the floor for questions, but before I do, I want to touch on one point. When there's been trauma in life, the subconscious sometimes holds on to those memories as a form of protection. In regression, we don't go looking for pain. But if the mind brings up an image or feeling connected to it, it's because some part of you is ready to bring healing and closure to that experience. My role is to guide and support gently, helping you process what arises in a calm, grounded way so you can release it and move forward. So yeah, I want to open the floor if there's any questions. There's going to be more experiences as well. I just wanted this to be an interactive experience for you and get a better understanding. So yeah, if anyone has any questions at the moment, maybe I'll go into the... Yeah.
When you were talking about going into your house or my front door was, I didn't go through it, but I did.
Okay.
Somehow, I didn't open it, but I was through.
Yeah.
And then went into the kitchen, opened the cupboard, and it was just a normal cupboard.
But did you walk through your house as if it was there now?
Yes.
You know, the direction?
I
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I walked the path through the kitchen, but it was my front door that was...
That it wouldn't open. That's okay. It's just, you know, it's a blend of your imagination, using your mind, but experiencing how I would guide a session. Is how you would experience a session. You know, I would take you through a boring day a couple of months ago. I'd take you into an early childhood memory just to show you how easy it is to do. And then a past life regression session would take you into what your intention is for a session, whether it's experiencing, like if there's any healing that's needed, or if you just wanted to experience past life. So physically you don't have to open, but it's just about using your mind and showing you that you can create these images, whether the door opens, but you were able to go in your house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. When you said about visualising the front door, I actually visualised the inside of the front door,
Okay.
as if I wanted to get out, as opposed to coming.
Okay. But did you walk yourself to your kitchen?
I did. When you said to then walk in, I put myself on the outside and then came through. And yeah, everything was exactly as it is now.
Okay.
But initially it was the inside and I wanted to go out rather than come in.
Because I'm inviting you to see your front door. And whether I said see your outside, it's what does that mean to you?
Yeah.
And I allow you to reflect on what standing on the inside means rather on the outside. It's maybe something we can talk about in the break. Yeah. Yes.
I was just wondering how effective these techniques are with people with mental illness, particularly schizophrenia or psychopathy.
Yeah.
Whether it's effective for them or...
I don't actually work with people with schizophrenia. It's in my clinical hypnotherapy or past life regression. It's not something I do that we weren't trained to work with. Yeah.
What about other mental illnesses?
Yes, mental illnesses and depression, it's something that can help with. But with schizophrenia, I wouldn't work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other question is, have there been any trials using psychedelics in this treatment for people who are resistant to regression?
That I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one in regards to psychedelics with it. Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah?
I couldn't remember what my front door looked like, so I went to my old house,
Okay.
which is no more. But I seriously, I've been living in my house 18 years, and I couldn't remember what it looked like, and I went to my old house. So there's
Something within you needed
Yeah.
to experience that.
Yeah.
And when I did this on myself, because I don't go into your house, I just wanted to show you something easier than taking you into a childhood memory or a boring day a couple of months ago, something that you could really resonate. I didn't see my front door, I saw someone else's, but I went into my kitchen. it's that starting point, and that's why I guide to, look around you in your house. It takes us time, but it's a blend of imagination and the power of your mind of what's reality. So it's also something to explore why your old house.
I recently moved and I did find myself torn between which front door I should be in front of.
Yeah. There's no correct answer to that. It could be it could be someone else's
Both
house
of
that you
them.
know how to walk to a kitchen. It's just
Both
yeah.
of them appeared.
Yeah. The exercise was to show you how our mind can create an image, whether you see it, you sense it, you
But I
feel
did go
it.
to the right kitchen.
So, yes.
When you said about going to somewhere lovely and imagine the door,
Yeah.
and I saw a lovely big old wooden door, and you're going to love this because I wasn't going to share it initially, but I thought, well, it'd be interesting. So anyway, I ended up going through the door, and I kind of recognised, and I was like, oh no, it can't be. It's just like a lovely place and somewhere, and then it sounds really silly. Well, it is really, but it was, like from Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
What a small little.
The Hobbit house. And I was like, oh yeah, and then I was like, oh, this is a bit silly, but I was like, okay, I'll just go with it. And that's how I think of something really lovely and sort of cottagey and cosy and oldie and lovely, really.
Yeah. Did that door take you to your kitchen? Were you able to go through that door to your kitchen?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I suppose it was, I suppose it was sort of rustic and wooden, and it felt very homely.
Yeah. Because I took you from your safe place to your front door, so that kind of connected or tied you there, and then you were able to use your mind to get into your house and your
I
kitchen.
didn't see any hobbits there, though.
No. Any more questions? Yes.
Have you ever done past life regression for somebody and they didn't get it?
Yes. So I had someone come see me for. I'm trying to remember the word. Bear with me. What's the word when you? Yes, I have is the answer, but there was a reason why it didn't work. They sabotaged, that's the word. They came to see me for self-sabotage. And she went into a boring day a couple of months ago. She went into a happy childhood memory, and then we went into the past life regression part of the session, and halfway during the session she sat up. She said, it's not working for me. But she was coming to see me for self-sabotage. So I tied the two together. I've never experienced it other than that. And if clients struggle to get to a boring day a couple of weeks, months ago, I would take them through a door, or depending on what job they did, I'd take them to kind of the place of where they work, where they're comfortable, that they can really use the power of their mind, and slowly guiding someone in, very, very slowly, to experience past lives or inner child work. I haven't experienced that, personally, apart from someone sitting up in the middle of the session, but that made me understand why, because they was there to see me for self-sabotage. Not to say others haven't, but...
But that's an interesting question in itself, because I do believe that, your body stores trauma in every cell.
Yeah.
Being affected by trauma, I do believe in that. However, I do think your body is and your mind is a marvellous thing. If you've got an unpleasant memory, your body automatically, self-preservation can trigger that response anyway.
Yes.
So to actually access it when your body has actually, for your safety, closed it off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it does happen, and actually that brings me back to your question before. I had done group past life regression, and where you can't guide, I'm sat next to my clients when I do a past life regression to help them go deeper. I will kind of touch their arm, or just that I'm there, I'm a safe space for them. And when I did a group past life, you can't interact, because I get feedback as I'm going through to know where someone is. And during a group work, one person went into past life, one person went into inner child work, and the other two didn't experience anything, because after speaking to them, they had experienced trauma in their lifetime, and their subconscious didn't allow them to go into it because it wasn't a safe space for them. So that can happen. But in a guided one-to-one session, if you're ready to deal with a trauma, if you're ready to, then it's a safe space to allow that to come in. And all past life regression is about helping you take your power back as well. So, yeah.
So how would somebody then recognise if they are ready to face certain things that maybe their subconscious has hidden from them, to know whether it's time for them to do a past life regression?
I think if someone came to see me for a specific thing, it would come up. But if they're looking for something, I'm trying to answer the question properly. I think your subconscious will allow you to go into what you need to go into, and if you're not ready, to deal with something, then it's not going to allow you to get there. And I don't think that's creating a safe space for someone either. Yeah.
So even though somebody might want to look at something specifically, say like anxiety for an example, but the reasons behind that and the root cause of that might not be safe enough for them to delve into. I should imagine then it's your responsibility to make sure that the person knows that even though they're coming there for that, their subconscious might divert them somewhere else. Yeah, and I do, You have to make somewhere, and that's what I touched on in the last bit about trauma, that, if there has been trauma, I do have to let clients know that it might come up. But again, there's an inner readiness to deal with it. Sometimes it does, they don't go into happy childhood, but they're there because they know they're ready to deal with it. But otherwise, I go more with the clinical hypnotherapy, but we don't go into that.
I'm not doing this on purpose. But as I get ideas, of course, I'm just going to say. So, because sometimes we kind of have very false memories.
Yes.
So, because I don't want to quote it, but some people can have a memory and another memory and mix it to create a false memory.
Yeah.
But that false memory is the thing that gives them the anxiety, or it can cause problems in itself. Yeah. So how, again, because if your subconscious will think that is a memory, because you've actually tricked your brain into thinking it's a real memory. Yeah. Am I making myself clear?
No, you are. Yeah.
So that's how would you tackle that though? Because that's a real.
I've had it happen. I've done a lot of inner child work with a particular client, and they came up and said, I don't remember it like that. But we use it as what were they coming to see me for? How are we going to overcome that false memory, as we say? There might be parts of it that were true, there might not. One, look at it as a metaphor of how are you feeling now? How can we take your power back in that moment? Is there someone fake that you need to address in that? It's just about bringing their power back to them. So it can help you in the here and now, even if it's a false memory. As I said at the beginning, I didn't know what I'd gone into when I went into past life. If it was it real, what was it? And that's why I use with my clients, look at it as a metaphor. What are you trying to address now? And it can still bring profound healing as well. Or removing creative blocks, or helping them with what they're trying to help with now, even if it is they know it's a fake memory.
So it's more like trusting the process more than
yeah, absolutely. I hope that answers you. And take a long, deep breath in and out. And again, just take a deep breath in and out. I just want you to settle yourself back into your chair. Just allowing your body to relax, your mind to relax. Feet planted on the floor. I just want you to imagine there's a doorway in front of you. And this doorway leads to a red room. The red room may look perfect, or it may look dark, untidy, not clean at all. And it will be your responsibility to give the room a really good clean, to sort it out so it feels completely perfect for you and in complete balance. I just want you to see, sense, feel this door. 3, deeper and deeper. 2, deeper still. 1, step through the doorway into the red room. What do you see? What do you sense? Do you need to tidy some books away? Maybe paint the room. Do you need to clean it? See, sense, feel what you need to do to make this red room absolutely gleaming and in perfect balance for you. Do you need to open some curtains? Give the room a hoover. I just want you to see, sense, feel yourself just sorting this room out. And I invite you to reflect. How does it feel to be in that room now? Is there anything left to do? I just want you to imagine closing that door behind you. And then see, sense, feel another door next to it. This door leads to an orange room. Again, the room may look perfect to you. You may not need to do anything to it. But again, it's your responsibility to give the room a really good clean, tidy up, and make it in complete balance for you. So see the doorway, sense the doorway. 3, deeper and deeper. 2, deeper still. 1, step through into the orange room. What do you see, sense, feel you need to do to this room? Does it need a splash of colour? Does it need some new lighting? How does it feel to be in this room for you? Perhaps you need some new furniture. Or maybe this feels completely balanced for you. I just want you to take a minute to really see, sense, feel, or just know what you need to do to this room to start making it balanced for yourself.
How does it feel to be in the orange room now? Are you happy in there? Do you feel calm? Is there anything left to do? And just before you go back through that door, just notice how you feel to be in that room now. And when you're ready, closing the door to the orange room. And again, another doorway appears next to it. See, sense, feel this doorway, or just know it's there. And this door leads to a yellow room. See, sense, feel that doorway. 3, deeper and deeper. 2, deeper still. 1, step through that door to the yellow room. Take a look around. What is it you need to do to make that room perfectly balanced for you? Does it need a hoover? Do you need to open some curtains? How's that room make your body feel now? Do you feel relaxed? Calm? Take a moment to sort that room out, so it feels better being inside there. Do you need to put some new paint on the walls? Maybe you don't like the colour. Maybe you need to rearrange the furniture. Just noticing any sensations in your body, any images in your mind. How does it feel to be in that yellow room? When you're ready, just closing that door behind you. And the next doorway over is going to lead to a green room. See, sense, feel that doorway. 3, 2, 1, step through the doorway into the green room. See, sense, feel around. What is it you need to do to that room? Again, it's your job to make it in perfect balance for you. What do you see in this room? Sense or feel? How do you feel being in this room now? I invite you to go ahead and sort out that room. So it's gleaming, and you feel good to be in there. How are you feeling being in that room now? Do you feel more comfortable? More at peace? Calm? Or maybe you need to sort it out a bit more. Does it need a hoover? Do you need to change the furniture, the colour of the walls? Or maybe you need to remove some things in there. I'll give you a moment. Will you allow yourself to make that room feel better for you? How do you feel being in that green room? Do you feel at peace? Calm? Balanced? Just take another look around you. See, sense, feel the room. And when you're ready, just closing that door behind you. And then another doorway is going to appear. See, sense, feel this doorway. And this door will lead to a blue room. Seeing that doorway, sensing it. 3, 2, 1, step through the doorway. See, sense, feel around you. What is it you need to do to this room to make it feel good for you to be in there? To make it absolutely perfect for you? Is there anything to rearrange? Is it dark in there or bright? What's the temperature like for you in there? Is it clean or dirty? Take a moment to sort that room out so it feels good for you to be in there. How does it feel to be in that blue room now? Does it make you feel calm, relaxed? Do you feel at ease? Is there anything left to do in there? When you're ready, just closing that door to the blue room. And again, the next door next to it. This door is going to lead to an indigo or magenta room. See, sense, feel that doorway. Step through the door. How does it feel to be in there? Do you feel at peace, calm? Is there anything you need to do to make that room perfectly balanced for you? Is there anything you need to remove from that room? Are there curtains to open? If there are, is there anything blocking the window? How does it feel to be in there now that you've started to sort it out? Is there anything left to do? Maybe change the color of the walls. How does it feel to be in that indigo magenta room now? That doorway behind you. And before I bring you back into the room, I just want you to imagine that a beautiful shower of golden cleansing light is going to act like a plunger and move through every part of your body, pushing out any negativity and replacing it with pure golden white light. I just want you to see, sense, feel this process and let the negativity come out of your feet. I just want you to imagine the roots are going to grow out of the bottom of your feet. And just start to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Feel your whole weight of your body on the chair. And when you're ready, just coming back into the room.
I ran out of rooms and doors because it's through, through whole kitchen, so I have no doors.
No doors. That's okay.
And I ended up having lilac room my hall.
Oh.
Not really. Thing for lilac.
So each of those rooms represent a different chakra, and in a session I would guide and get feedback of what's... Lights on, yeah? You can't see me, yeah. I'd get feedback of what's going on. Sometimes I spent an hour in just one room with a person because they haven't been able to clear that chakra. So I just wanted to, we didn't have much time, but just to guide you through, and obviously I'm not getting feedback of what's going on and how you're doing it and knowing if you're clearing the room. So it's just to gently touch on how I'd cleared chakras through that hypnosis regression technique that I use. Yes. If there's any questions, or that's the end of my presentation. Has anyone got any questions? Yeah.
What happens if you fell asleep during it?
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Sometimes when I've done regression with people in group work, they do just go, nothing comes up. And that's when I say, maybe have a one-to-one or a talk with me. And when work like this is done in group, I'm not getting talked back to. So in sessions, I will guide my clients and see what's coming up and get feedback. And it's normally done at the end of a long hypnosis session. So this is just a taster of, I'm not taking you into deep hypnosis. I'm just, some people might get into a room, or some might, nothing will happen, because I start with a deepening process that will take 15, 20 minutes to get you into that end point. I don't know if that helps answer your question. That's okay. In my sessions, you have to talk back to me. Yeah. There's no falling asleep. Yeah, it's all feedback. That's how I know how to guide through a past life, an inner child, or a chakra balancing. Doing it in a room for others and not knowing if someone's finished their room or even gone into a room and getting, it's a lot of guiding and feedback in sessions. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, that's it.
Do you work from home or do you work in somewhere?
From home in Barnet. Yeah. Okay.
I haven't had a regression with Victoria, but I had 3 regression sessions and have found them each one very useful. So I would encourage you, if you're interested, to have a one-to-one regression. Can be very informative and balancing.
Yes.
How many sessions would you need to have?
Mainly just one. It depends what you're looking to achieve from it. You know, if it's like a health issue, an anxiety, any type of issue, or you're just wanting to experience past life, just one session.
So you can just do it even if you don't have trauma?
Yeah, absolutely. Just to experience, Curiosity. That's how I started, out of curiosity, not to help anything, and I found out it could help with anxiety, and it did, so.
Yeah, maybe I can share. I went through an experience, and it was just one session. Do I have 4 minutes to tell you?
I'm done with my presentation.
And just to emphasize that, I have been helped in the past. And I used to have a dream, a nightmare basically, and I'd had it for like 30 years, every week, and sometimes twice a week. So I'll be in a dream, and I died several times. In the dream, I'll sort of get to the edge of a cliff, and I'll fall and die. How do I know I died? Because there'll be people standing, above me, going, "Oh, he's dead. He's dead." And then I'll wake up, and I'm not dead. And it can't be frightening because when you're falling off really steep hills and cliffs, it can be quite scary. I don't like heights. So I told a friend of mine, Tom Fortis-Meyer, who is a hypnotherapist, and he took me through one session. So I was sat next to him in his living room, and he took me into a trance, if you like, and then took me back. And in that state, I could tell he was sitting next to me, talking to me. But then he took me back to when I was 11 years old. And how do I know? Because there's a person in this whole dream, and I was about that high, and he was much taller than me. Now I'm actually much taller than him. But anyway, so we went that far, and he got me to see in the dream, there's always one face that came in the dream. And I didn't attach any importance to it. I didn't know I had a problem, basically, but I didn't like that dream. So he took me back to when I was 11 and met this face, this person. And so he suggested to me that I ask him to apologize. And he did. And we had a conversation, and he did. And so he suggested I let everything go.
Yeah.
And so I did. And he brought me round. Now, when I came round, it was as though I'd made a journey that's taken several years. I felt tired and everything, but I came round. And to cut a long story short, I've never had that dream again.
Wow.
And that's about 35 years. I had it almost every week.
Wow.
I try to think about it, and I haven't had that nightmare ever again. One session.
Yeah. That's what happened with my client I touched on that had nightmares, and it helped it in one session.
And he explained, I said, but why? And he said, when I was 11, I felt abandoned by that person, and that's why. So now that, it's all sort of resolved, there's no need to have that dream. I can think about it last thing at night. I still can't have that dream anymore.
That's very good.
Because you were able to take your power back and to forgive.
Forgive, yeah.
And that's when you're able to forgive and let go, that's when you can help yourself through it. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Thank you for
really
sharing.
Powerful.
Yeah.
So I'll encourage it to see someone like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's
Perfect half an hour. Yeah. But we do have till 10:15 if you want to.
I have to make sure my child's asleep.
No, that was brilliant. Thanks, Victoria. Very good.
Oh, thank you.